without a woman on there. Said one more time.
Hey, it's
now.
what? Whose word? It's Hurricane's
I'm
word.
not even plugged. This
You're
would
not
never
even
happen on
plugged-
The View.
You're not plugged in?
Never happened on The View.
Wait, you plugged in? Oh, you know what? I don't know what's happening. You pulling my plug.
Same thing she said.
Hello? Oh, okay. I'm plugged in somewhere else. Okay. I guess I'm plugged in. That's why I'm.
I need an adapter.
So,
Really? This is
oh, here, I got your adapter. There you go.
All right, thank you, sir.
There you go. Figured that out.
Bullshit.
See?
Oh, they're right.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Should we,
Should we stand for the national anthem?
or should we, Rollout got a new studio. You want to?
I was over there.
Yeah, you want to just go over there and just plug in?
Well, let me tell you. I'll talk to you off air.
Okay. Hey, welcome to the show.
In a man's world, tighten up your belts.
And congratulations to Rollout
For
kicking
what?
off. Well, they kicked off, so good luck. All y'all need over there is talent.
I was over there.
Well, yeah, okay. Again, more talent. Hello, everyone out there. We apologize for starting on time.
We do.
It's just
We do.
it's just not us. It's a good day today.
Is it?
It's,
Good
well, it's not
Friday.
as hot. And it's Friday. And that's the interesting thing. I guess people with money look forward to Friday.
You think?
Do you think broke people look forward to Friday as much as people with money?
No.
Because you figure out if you're broke, and broke is relative. When I say broke, I mean
Right.
you can't do what you want to do. You know, you can still, because other people, I'm not broke, I'm rich in life. Okay, for you rich in life people, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, enjoy that. I'm talking about, you can't do, you got to go buy bologna and not fast food.
I hear you.
So it's.
But let me bring a better understanding for you. So you say rich and poor. So poor people got to crash 2 days, the weekend. They got to crash all that before they go Monday to go back to whatever.
Poor people watching football. Forget that.
Rich people party Monday through Friday. Then they rest those 2 days because the weekend warriors is out there.
Right, they stay out of their way.
They stay out of their way.
Okay, they go to their nice homes, they sit up and they chill, and they watch how we do what the poor people do on the weekends.
Correct. The weekend warriors is
Right.
what they call them. Yeah.
Okay. Because basically, so for those of you out there who are now, here's the thing: if you have someone that you truly love, and you guys are happy, that's a different kind of rich. Because you could be in the house
Rich in
chilling.
love.
Yeah, rich in love. Just content. Happy. You got somebody.
Companionship.
Yeah, somebody who can meet you at the door and take your bag and kiss you and say, "Hey, welcome home." Nothing beats that.
Okay.
They getting up saying, "You need something to drink. Can I get you something? Can I bring you something back?"
That's huge.
Yeah, someone that says good morning to you, or or, hey, I love you, or call you, or tell you to have an awesome day.
Right.
Now, those things mean a lot. It's a lot of people who don't have that, and that takes me to something that's concerning me. Not that I can fix it. I think it's something going on with women who are really, really lonely. I was reading about this lady who was a professor, and she was like 35, and this guy who was 45, he'd just taken her to church, and then he killed her afterwards.
What's wrong with that?
Stupid.
Took it to church first.
Yeah, true. He prayed on it first. He got her to heaven. That's pretty, But it's kind of like you women who feel lonely, and that's the thing, the human nature to be loved, to be held, to be, concerned about. It's heavy on you, and it's so hard.
But it's a natural desire, LD.
Right, but it's kind of like you guys got to do a better job of vetting these men.
How do they do that?
You get signs. You got to pay attention. First of all, you got to meet his family. Somebody in the family
Gonna
going to
keep
tell
it
you the
real.
truth. Somebody else in the family, if he a bad person, don't like him.
Somebody gonna put you to the side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody going to say, girl, come here, let me talk
Come in
to
the
you.
kitchen.
Yeah, Or you're going to hear it in mixed company.
Right.
Man, how you get her? If you hear how you get somebody as good as her,
Right.
That's a warning sign. Like
just got out.
Yeah. Another one. That's funny. You just got out.
Yeah.
And I was at a service Shout out to Mrs. Margaret Ann Wheeler, who was my first landlord, Donald Wilson's mom.
Okay.
And she was Jeff's landlord, too. Jeff is so sick. Because I called Jeff and said, hey, Mrs. Wheeler just passed. He's like, is the apartment available? Like,
hey, man,
really,
we gotta
Jeff?
live.
Come on, Jeff. It came out of his mouth so quickly. I'm like, Jeff, stop, man. So, and John Lemon's on assignment. He's working on the...
He's in Florida now.
No. He's working on the hip-hop squares.
Hip-hop squares.
Yeah, he's working on
Ice
the show.
Cube production.
So shout out to him. He's putting his work in. So and I went to the repast, and it was interesting because she was 83, so it was a lot of our old friends there.
Were they really there?
Yeah, they were there, and they're walkers. It was a lot of walkers. They had one aisle for walkers, one aisle for canes, one aisle for diabetes aisle. They had an aisle for everybody. So, and our son Donald, he's a pastor. So he gave the eulogy, and so a lot of the pastors are just so needy. They all sat up in the pulpit behind him, and I was asking his daughter why are they doing that because they called him up.
Service?
Yes, this was at the service because they're there to support him.
Gotcha.
Because it's tough. So and I think a thing about pastors, I'm just cynical like this with pastors. That he could have turned to any of them and said, "Well, you go ahead and do the sermon for me." They would have jumped right at it and pulled one out of their pocket.
They starving for the mic. Man.
Yeah, they just they're worse than comics.
Yeah,
The pastors are worse than comics in the sense of wanting to do the mic. So at the repast,
let me say this. Let's stay in service. I want to say this part because, like, I had a female family member who passed. So
I'm sorry to hear that. Rest in power.
Rest in power.
I've been hearing that more. Then rest in peace. Rest in power.
Yeah, that's real shit. So now, you get the program and it's all that, please keep your remarks under 2 minutes. And all that. I'm like, this is my family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but you got the pastor, you go up there and preach for an hour and all that.
Right.
So, I went up there to speak and all that. So then, the pastor going to stand up and the little dude going to stand up because I guess I'm over my 2 minutes, right? I try to say, look, man, I don't give... Sit your ass down. This is my family. You just here on some other shit.
Right. You just getting paid. It's a paid gig for you.
I respect that.
Is that what he said?
Because you finna go up there and tear it up and do all, for 2 hours and all that, man. Miss me with all.
Yeah, you're just trying to get people to come back.
And I say that to anybody. If it's your family, man, say what you got to say. And don't go about it in 2 minutes, crap. That's your people.
Right. Well, more so, too, to that point, try to say what you got to say when they're alive, too.
Facts.
That's important. To say what you got to say when they're alive. Because they need to hear that. They might not
buying flowers and give the family an envelope. You know what I mean?
Right. That was the thing. You don't see a lot of...
we don't do that.
We don't give up the envelopes.
Yeah, we get the fuck them flowers.
Yeah, we come...
Making the florist rich.
We come high. Our envelope is inside of us. But it was interesting... at the repast, getting back to the point of women...
This is the part with the food.
Yeah, and it was not that good. They could... And he didn't... He's a chef, and he had nothing to do with it. Wow. But the people that did it didn't. That's why it's important that people bring food.
It's always
better because people cook with meaning because they love that person.
Exactly.
And they at Code 3's mom's repast, food was just off the chain. Mabel's food was just serious. And she's got a birthday coming up in a few days. Today's the 8th. Her birthday is today's the 8th in 2 days. Sunday. So it's been a tough week for Code 3.
Yeah.
Been a tough week, but she's hanging in there. She's strong. We bumped heads today.
How?
She was grabbing her bag, and I was trying to lean over to give her a kiss, and the head came up and hit my eye. So
your nose didn't cushion the blow?
She missed the nose, and it was so funny. She started laughing at me. She laughs at the
you didn't knock her out and take some?
And she hit me, and then I was like, I was thinking,
you got
woozy. I got my eye got, and she's like, "Oh, I hope you don't have a concussion." Then she started laughing, and but that's what I'm saying. It's so important to have someone to love and care for.
Did y'all laugh about it afterwards?
Yeah, that's what's important. Little laughs like that, just bumping heads, is what Getting back to my point about the women needing so lonely. So this 75-year-old woman's talking to this 80-something-year-old woman. They're talking about, girl, the 75-year-old woman, like, girl, I've been married twice and they both dead. And then she said, and I figured I don't need no other man. Then this one man just kept talking to me. So I gave him a number and we started talking, girl. And then it just felt like something was wrong. Something just didn't click. And I was like, I think he was in jail. So then I talked to his sister and find out he was in jail. I don't need no jailbird.
He out.
So, at 75, she's wise. She felt it.
Hey,
she
man.
kicked him to the curb.
Right.
But she knows, and you women, you really got to protect yourself. I mean, you got women meeting men and then moving them in with their kids right away. And,
Yeah.
and you and I know it's hard. Don't get me wrong. I know it's hard.
It's hard right now.
It's hard.
No, sorry.
It's hard because you're lonely. You want to be with someone. But, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but
I can.
the master's going to send you the right person.
The who?
Who's ever in charge? The master, God, the master, your God, whoever.
Why it's got to be a him all the time?
Because it can't be a woman. Because
Hillary did lose.
I mean, come on, there's too much going on. He'd be if it was she'd be out of whack for 5 days a month.
No, here's the thing. Like you saying, like the master, the creator, whoever we choose to send you the right person. Now you just in a situation you're oblivious to what's going on. You're in the supermarket and somebody just walks up to you and say, "Hello, how are you?" Do you entertain that or do you keep it moving?
It depends on where you are, and one, it depends if you and like women for some reason.
Speak for them. Go ahead.
Yes, I am. They're more likely to say hi to you based on your appearance, the location, and just basically, if you're in Beverly Hills and you got a suit and you say how you doing, they're more likely to respond to you. If you got they'll even, women are so quick. They'll look at what you got in your cart, see what you buying. They glance at your hand first, see if you got a ring, look at your nails, look at your teeth, your hair. If you look like you got it together, you're gonna get a response.
You're gonna see them in a few hours.
Right now, if you on, and I'm sorry, but you on Slauson and Crenshaw in the market. He's got to bring a little more flavor.
But that's a nice Rouse over there.
Yeah, it is. But you're gonna have, if you're in the hood,
Right.
quote unquote.
I'm with you.
You got to bring him. You can still get a woman's attention by your charm, your hood. You can get attention by a woman by ignoring her.
It's real.
If you act like you I ain't got, especially a girl
Tell the truth,
you see that's putting it out there, you can just totally ignore her, and then she'll wonder why you ignoring her. They ear hustle, as Code 3 says. So if you're on your phone talking about something that they think they're interested in, I mean, God forbid you walk out and you walk out and you get in a certain car, they're gonna read, and they look for you again. Now, mind you, women see you if you frequent that market or that place.
Oh, man.
It's a lot of guys act like I just met her. No, she's been scoping you out.
But sometimes it is a chance encounter.
Yeah, and it's interesting because with women, it's not stalking. If it's a man, he's stalking.
He's stalking. Oh, yeah.
But if you frequent someone and you go, and that happens at church a lot. At church a lot,
That's why I don't go.
You get stalked. Girls know, they see you. Girl, he here every day.
Consistently.
Yeah, he's of the Lord. And then
Never bring nobody.
and women have side conversations about you to other people to try to figure out who you are. And it's like, okay, all right, because you're in the wild.
Right.
It's just like, hey, it's Wild Wild West. I got to catch you. I got to get you. And
You're on the auction block.
right.
For real.
And it used to be that way with men going after women, but
they're the workforce now. So.
yeah, but now they
got their own
we the
check.
one that's, so we like, yo, man, she got her stuff together. She got a house. She lived by herself. Her kids are grown. You already know because she got options.
The reason why I'm saying you have valid points because you are a frequent shopper and you know what's on sale, so you're in the store a lot. So you see the moves that women make, like especially like in the produce department. It's a lot of looking over the fruit and see what you're doing and
yeah, if I can't find some, I usually ask like a short Mexican woman because she know where all the seasoning is. I very seldom ask European for advice.
Right.
Women because they just. They give me an ill feeling.
Yeah.
Like ill. I just
I'm
don't.
with you.
I just don't. Now it's more the challenge of being in a supermarket or out and interacting with, especially with other men, is that gaydar. Because you don't.
that's real. That's real,
you just don't know. Gay dudes are always happy to help
They're always
you.
by the apples.
Yeah.
They are. I'm trying to
I
get
mean,
a game.
I know this is stereotypical, but you can look at
I
a gay.
can't get no apples
You can
today.
look at a gay guy's cart, and you know that he's gay. You know, if he's just about what's in his.
No, hold up.
He's not gonna have no oatmeal cookies,
hold up,
frosted oatmeal cookies.
When you say cart, there's two parts to the cart. There's a little part up top, and then there's the big cart at the bottom.
Right.
What are some of the items, Lou?
I don't know.
What you put in your cart?
I'm actually trying to go
All
through my
cucumbers,
brain.
huh?
I'm trying to go through my brain. I like cucumbers. I like putting.
I know. In your butt.
No. I like putting.
I'm sorry.
No. I mean, it's interesting. Most people are pretty consistent with what they put in their cart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what they. You know, if most men, heterosexual men, have a lot of sugar and Frosted Flakes, cookies, just
Junk food. Yeah.
You potato chips, they're going to have the Lay's potato chips.
Right.
The gay guys are going to have healthy chips, organic.
The older generation is more loyal to the brands.
Yes.
So they'll have those.
Right.
Those staples.
Yeah.
Younger generation just everywhere. With
Right.
With it.
And you can see economically where someone is because if they looking for sales.
Right.
I mean, they killing us with the strawberries. I don't know who's making strawberries right now, but they all 2 for $5, and you better eat them quick because they go bad quick. Mm-hmm. So it's
Because like my store is Albertsons.
Oh, you're an Albertsons guy?
Yeah, I'm Albertsons.
Yeah, it's kind of close to where you are.
Pavilions.
In Pavilions, right around
that's your
there,
spot.
but they're expensive.
Yeah, Albertsons is too.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, but you're paying for the quality, not the more expensive, the shorter the line.
And that's the thing. You treat yourself differently.
Man.
When you're living alone, and you if you're able to, everyone has things this is for me.
Right.
When you're get with someone else, you start. I'm gonna get the brand name.
But it's not so much the brand name; it's just the quality of what you get. That's what you want.
I meant the off-brand name.
Yeah,
when you're with
But if you look at the off-brand and the name brand, just look at the ingredients. It's the same shit, isn't it?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like tomato paste. This is a fucking tomato. I don't care if it's Del Monte or whoever. It's a tomato. They just put it in their shit.
Yeah, because you're right. So back to the point of women, you really got to start just to protect yourself. Because y'all dropping like flies, man. These crazy men are all in y'all homes and taking y'all out, and you guys are not heeding the warnings.
But to your point, LD, like you said a couple of shows ago, it's like to get a woman is real easy. And then the whole supermarket thing, like sometimes I go in there and I don't say something, and then sometimes I go in there and I'm friendly, and then sometimes I go in there acting like I'm on the phone.
Right.
And then they hover around those situations. So if I'm going to get some juice, how the juice is always in the back, all the women are in the back and they looking at them, they walking past you, you just act like you're on the phone. Yeah, so I got my dick sucked last night, you just like on the phone. And then they still want to meet you at the other aisle, it's like, it's crazy.
Right. They're
turning all that shit off.
And I have to be honest, if I'm being honest, women right now are in a thirsty mode.
I concur.
They are in a thirsty mode. You all are just not demanding the best out of men. You're just you're conceding and letting just any raggedy man get in your space. You have no demands. Your demands are so low, and it really a lot of the young girls, they have fake demands. The millennials have fake demands. The millennials' demand is having an iPhone and because girls. Here's the thing, girls even to this day will still do it in the car. Mm. That's something that has not, and that's always amazed me.
Don't talk them out of it.
No, I'm just saying that they will still do it in the car. This is 2017.
Depends what kind of car you have, too. You can have a smart car. That's kind of hard.
You guys can't keep giving it up in the car.
Lewis.
I'm sorry.
Maybe she wants that guy that bad and she'll give it to him in the car and then they can live happily ever after. You don't know.
You got to,
That's just nasty.
No, it's just that.
You never did it in the car?
Yes, of course.
Oh, Lewis.
Of course.
What was his name?
I met him on aisle 12. Them is cucumbers. No.
Hilarious.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I did it in the car, but I made it romantic.
How?
I had a blanket. No, I had no candles, but I had a blanket and.
Was this in Philly?
No. This is you know.
The statute of limitations ain't up?
No, it's not. But I had the Explorer, so where I was able to put the seat back.
Oh,
so I laid the blanket out, and
Did she know about this, or this is a plan you just sprung on her?
I sprung it on her.
Wow. How did that go there?
Hey,
how did you get the heart to pull that off?
I did say, come on, get in the back.
Oh, you did?
And
did you go to a special location to do it?
No, it was parking was, you had to be out by 10 a.m.
Oh, at the park?
No, parking. It was street cleaning was that next morning.
You did it on the street?
No, it was under a tree.
Lewis.
It was, you know how it is when it's fresh. You want it when it's fresh.
Hey, man.
When it's fresh, you get and that was. We had a couple drinks, so that was just a spontaneous thing.
Gotcha.
We could have went upstairs.
Well, okay, what I'm saying, but did you get butterball naked and do it? Or you
No,
kept your socks
I'm
on?
a shorts guy anyway. Yeah,
Okay.
I kept, so. But the thing is, when you're young, it's okay. When you're old, you hurt. You get in the wrong position.
With a seatbelt.
Yeah, but women are incredible.
Yeah.
With how ambidextrous they are.
Agility.
They can be in positions and they still can work their hips.
Right.
Man, you gotta. I heard a comic last night.
Work their hips.
He said, if you're going down on a girl, you shouldn't have your butt in the air.
You shouldn't.
And your feet up, because that's gay.
Yeah, that is. You're like a damn dolphin.
Right. He said you got.
Lay it on down, man.
I forgot what position he said you had to be in. A sniper position. He said
you
had
gotta
to be
planking, man. You gotta be lay it down.
I thought that was funny.
Why shouldn't he be looking at your ass in the air?
And when he said it, I had flashbacks in my mind talking about, oh yeah. So
yeah, that's a man code violation.
But the car gets steamed up quick. You get hot.
You gotta leave a little crack.
Yeah. And then if you old school, you flinch every time a car drive by.
That's why you're not supposed to be on the street like that.
I'm thinking if you somewhere where you shouldn't be parked, then the cop's gonna roll up on you.
Oh, you just gotta know. Don't do it on the street, because like especially if you're out at 4 o'clock in the morning, the paper man come and throw the paper. You like, oh shit, what the fuck was that?
And all you hear is playing music loud. So I'm Lewis Dix.
TDP.
What's the name of the show?
In a Man's World. Tighten up your belts.
Yes, ladies. It's lunchtime. 323.
What's on the menu?
293.
For what?
3375 is the number. 323-293-3375 is the number. It's. I think I had a chicken salad last night. That was good.
With crackers or bread?
No, bread.
Mm-hmm.
Code 3 is a cracker person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Salted or unsalted?
I don't know. She likes saltine.
You're not paying attention to her.
Yeah, not with the cracker joint.
No.
Because I like the club crackers.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was growing up, it was a treat to get those.
Right.
Because we grew up on Ritz.
Yeah, 'cause I was in the box.
Yeah, he's like, man, these white people crackers. We actually call them white people crackers. That's what we called it. He's like, man, we getting white people's crackers today? So
hysterical.
So it's okay. Going back to the fact that it's the weekend. I hope
Good
everyone has a
Friday.
safe one. Shout out to the people who is it where the hurricanes now?
Man, it's coming up to Florida, I guess.
Now, how many
Miami.
miles per hour is it?
There's 3 of them out there. So we got Category 5s on one, and that exceeds like 180 plus. Will get you Category 5. I mean, shit, anything moving past 120 miles an hour.
Mother Nature is on one.
Bless her heart.
It's I was at a volleyball game last night. High school girls volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why the little girls' shorts got to be so tight.
That's the volleyball uniform.
I don't get it.
Did you walk out in protest?
No, I just, I'm watching all the dads, and and I know they got to feel the same way I feel. I don't want my daughters, and the little girls, and then because they had the JV game and varsity game I watched, but the JV players were still walking around
With the shorts on.
Yeah, and constantly
where was this?
pulling on that butt. Hilarious. And my thing is, you put on sweatpants. I understand if that's the uni, but afterwards, put on your sweatpants.
That's the youth, LD. That's the youth.
They would walk. Yeah, I really truly believe that the youth of today would walk around almost naked.
Right.
They would walk around almost naked.
They don't have the inhibitions that you have.
And then the boys would have to control themselves. Because watching because we had some of our basketball players there, and you hearing them talk because they're sitting up there with us, and you hearing them talk about the girls and all that. You go, hey, man, that's not cool. Don't do that. I kept saying that all night. I just had to police it all night, and
was it vulgar or just?
Oh, it was millennial. It was nasty. I mean, it was so sexual. But then the girls are playing into it.
Because they want to be chosen.
And I'm like, they all should have been sent to the supermarket. Call back.
Right.
So it just, it's just we're and you look at the mothers and they're so sexualized.
What's eating dicks? What's wrong with the mothers, LD?
No, I mean it's just such a sexualized.
What's wrong with the mothers?
They have no class to them.
They wish they had the shorts on too.
Some of them did have outfits. You're like, why is her button all the way open? Why do you? To where some of the boys were commenting on the mothers.
Okay.
Like, man, mom look good right there, man. Look at. I mean, the one woman, her breasts were almost out, and of course she was younger and she had the old dad. It's just like. And I have to say, all the dads were dressed like dads.
Okay.
But the moms were trying to dress like teenagers. It's just, I mean, it's nasty. It really is. It's saying,
Still trying to be chosen, LD.
And it makes you really respect the people from other countries.
Like what?
Just their tradition. They some of them moved to America and they keep their tradition. The parents are dressed like parents. You could see their kids. It was a couple volleyball girls that were foreign. They went and put on sweatpants. Okay. And the little European girls just stayed half naked.
It's entitlement. I am the standard of beauty, so you will look at it.
Eyes. I mean, our little girls. And then again, it's like you say. Then when they don't get chosen, they got to do something to get noticed.
Right. I got to go to Snapchat. Show you this monkey. I'm going to get some likes.
The videos are out of control. So this is just me and old man talk today.
What's eating dicks?
Just, my son, his birthday's coming up. Lou's birthday's coming up on the 13th.
What sign is little Lou?
He's Virgo. He's going to Cabo.
San Lucas.
I don't.
When?
I guess he's going next week. I'm telling him to be careful.
You got a hurricane going down there too.
Oh,
in Mexico,
yeah. He don't care. He's kind of like his mom in the sense of what he wants. I'm seeing, especially just being around him so much, I'm seeing a lot of her tendencies. It irritates me. I'm trying to help him by correcting him because he's a little selfish, he's a little self-centered,
Well, he does have a dad. You don't see none of that in you and him?
No, but I'm better at it. Okay. I acknowledge. Like, he'll borrow the car and won't put gas in it.
Everybody does that.
He won't. I got to make him do the dishes. Like, hey, man, come on, man. You just used it. You're going to leave them in there for 2 come on. You won't even run water. You know how you use a bowl or something? First, at least run water in it.
That's true.
Rinse it out.
If it's milk, yeah.
So it won't be,
sticky.
Yeah, so it's just little common courtesies, that he...
Did you teach him that as a child, LD?
Yeah, but he...
It seems like your rearing is coming back to haunt you.
Good point. Like, the girl does it.
Okay.
She's good at it. She's
a daddy's girl, so.
He's just, Like, mom, I guess she yells at them to do stuff like that because she don't want to do it. That's why she goes off on them.
Right.
I think I spoiled in the sense of not demanding it.
You didn't crack the whip.
Yeah, I cracked the whip on other things. Mm-hmm. That got past me.
Okay.
And as a parent, you do the best you can. So, yeah, that part of got past, making the bed up, because we had Teresita doing that.
Mm-hmm. You ever hit Teresita?
Did I ever hit her? Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean trying to do it to her? No, she was old and short. And
said do it to her.
She was...
That's why you hired her, or your wife hired her? Because she knew you wouldn't be interested?
I hired her.
Oh, okay.
I hired her.
What was the interview process? How many did you go through to get to her?
All the fine ones got declined by the wife. All the fine ones got all the.
So did you put an ad in the paper? What was it back then?
No, I don't know how people recommended them.
Okay. So and then you interviewed with them on the weekend?
Yeah, I guess then they came for interview. One I remember came, and she couldn't boil an egg. We was like, something wrong with her.
Oh, you tested them in the kitchen?
Yeah, we'd ask them because they had to cook for the kids and stuff like that, and certain things.
This is good information because people are dealing with this situation right now. D.
It's more thorough now. Mm-hmm. This was 20 plus years ago.
Right.
So I'm sure now they got to be CPR certified and stuff like that. Teresita would probably just say run. Get out.
Turn the fan on, breathe in the fan.
And a lot of people hire Spanish women, Mexicans, so they can teach the kids Spanish.
Bilingual.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Teresita,
they don't hire the sisters no more. That's for real.
No, we tried, but one sister we tried to hire always didn't show up. She's like, okay, come on now. Right. And lucky for my schedule, I would be able to, finally we can't. You try to
fire them nicely. What is that? Dude you want to be with? Well, I didn't see the rest of it.
That was hilarious. That was that was funny. That was Code 3's in the field. So she's serving somebody.
Oh, she gives you a briefing too?
No, she just lets me know she's in the field.
That's a briefing.
Yeah,
you her sergeant. Oh,
she called me a CO this morning.
CO, correct.
I don't know what. She's funny.
Hysterical. So how's your weenie problem? You fixed that already? People want to know, not just me. You taking care of that? Oh, you must have. She's hitting you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, LD.
I mean,
respect that.
I'm getting back on my job. I went and got some B12
pills. You don't get the
testosterone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
get your libido
my
up.
Testosterone pills and just.
How long does it take to kick in?
As Poet has said, my muscle milk. So I'm drinking my muscle milk.
How long does it take the shot to kick in? You take it in the morning?
I take 2 every morning.
Okay.
Just to keep your energy up and going. And just trying to get out of this mental funk.
People need to know.
It's like it's really. I've been working out, lifting too, just to stay out of the mental funk, not to go so deep in the mental funk, and that's a lot of. I know it's a lot of. You could just feel it.
Yeah.
There's a mental funk going on. A lot of it's due to what the boy in Pennsylvania Avenue, the world that he's created. Yeah, the world that he's trying to create. A lot of our Mexican brothers with the.
Are you familiar with the whole DACA thing?
No, not to the point where I can speak on it.
Could you bring that up, Fact Frida? What is the whole DACA thing?
Not, and I've tried to being in my own funk. Mm-hmm. I've tried to stop listening to the news and watching CNN. Yeah. Just so I was like, I can't be sitting there watching anybody else's problem. It makes you feel good for a second because you're like, at least that's not happening to me. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I need to really focus on me. Right. I've been listening to a lot of sermons from church, and but then you start hearing that game. When you listen and pay attention, you're like, okay, that's all right. Really, how come it always circles back to him? How come it always circles back to him in the church and what he wants, and it's me I'm supposed to get it for him.
But here's the thing: it's like we never eclipse the information of getting into finances. Like, what is financially beneficial to you and what you need to do to, it's always circle it back to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? If we really dealing with life out here and we got to keep the lights on, and so why are we not getting this information? Yeah,
because God's, it's going to give me prosperity and all that if I give to you. Mm-hmm. Where you not saying meet me for those of you who got issues, who got a light bill due, come down to the pulpit and we got an envelope for you.
That part.
It does boil down to financial freedom and being able to feed your family and which is a lot of the mental stress. Because even some of the Europeans you see walking around and image is everything. Mm-hmm. You really think they got it going on, but they hurting too. They hurting too. I mean, it's a reason that there's that 1% who's.
But here's the thing: it's like, to the point that you're making, you have white supremacy and then you have white privilege. White supremacy don't give a fuck about white privilege. Mm-hmm. We want it all.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now the pressure's on them, but they still looking at you like, well, at least I ain't no nigger.
Right.
But they coming after me, so we need y'all help. No, we don't. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know,
And the one thing that we had over them that it seems like we're relinquishing back to the world was we had a depth of happiness. We were out of all the struggles we had as minorities, we would still be able to find happiness and laughter and joy in each other.
well, we were never the minority.
You know, well, okay, but
Like you say, the 1%, they don't need the numbers to rule.
right, yes.
Okay, so I pulled up the DACA information.
So she's just going to interrupt her.
Didn't you ask me?
Yeah, but
Don't-
there's a timing
Hey.
thing. You know, you kind of.
I was patient last night speaking to my landlady. Nigga. I'm ready.
Wow.
Wow, that was some off air conversation we were
Right.
having about how you when somebody's going off on you, how far do you let them go?
Yo, my man.
Yeah, my landlady was going off on me because I didn't include a late charge because I was late.
Yeah, mine always put that there too, and I just ignore it. I'm like, man.
And she was going off on me, and I was like, should I cuss this bitch out or
Oh,
just be
wow.
cool? I decided to be cool because
Okay.
I was late.
Fact Frida.
But anyway, what are the well? First of all, DACA stands for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. It's a kind of administrative relief from deportation. The purpose of DACA is to protect eligible immigrant youth who came to the United States when they were children from deportation. DACA gives young undocumented immigrants, 1, protection from deportation, and 2, a work permit, and the program expires after 2 years subject to renewal. So you can't have any criminal record. You know, you have to really be on your best behavior to keep that status.
Right.
And it was something that President Obama passed in 2012.
And now Trump has done what?
He's trying to, I guess, get rid of it.
Right.
So that means a lot of hospitality services are going to be opening up.
Because the thing was, that, like, coming from Mexico or whatever, that if you was born here, you just get to stay. That was just how it was. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, the parents, whatever, had to, you know, go back and forth, whatever, but the kids could stay. But he's just trying to get rid of all that shit, like, you know.
Well,
I got to go.
if you get rid of them, all them construction sites are going to be shut down because they're doing I don't know. Maybe you guys out there can help us who are in other states, but in California, there's a lot of construction going on. I mean, almost at every corner, they're building apartment buildings, high rises, and I'd like to know from you guys out there if that's if that's happening in your states. Now, Seymour, I know you're busy getting your hair done. I saw her on Facebook.
I think you stalk her.
I don't stalk. I just, she got a big
You
head.
stalk her
You
for
see
really,
her,
yeah.
when you scroll, you're like, ooh, that's
she got big
Seymour's
feet,
head.
She has a really nice haircut.
Yeah, did you see that haircut I was talking
Yeah,
about? Yeah,
it's very nice.
I don't like it.
You know, hilarious. So, and Aaron turning down his thermostat.
Detroit.
You know, talking about how,
Well, actually, he sent in a meme last night for today.
In case
Because he
couldn't
said
make it.
because he said he's traveling today to go receive an award for something, and he said he might stay just to get away from the kids. Do you guys ever feel like that? Lewis, did you ever feel like
oh yeah.
just want to get away
from the grind, away from the, just to have some peace of mind, for one to actually just sleep without hearing daddy, or you need to go do something.
There's no cheers and applause at home.
Yeah, you need to. Can you get up? It's like, it's just, they really do.
I'm regular here.
Now, mind you, your family loves you, but when you're
Allegedly.
a consistent good father, you get taken for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, for some reason, because she gave you life, I guess they got that special connection with her.
It's the mother's tongue.
But fathers and husbands, if you're on your job and doing what you have to do, you will get. You're gonna be left. You're gonna get. You're just not gonna be considered. Mm-hmm. You're an afterthought. Not all the time, but I'd say 90% of the time.
No, the times that you want it, you're an afterthought.
Yeah, I mean, just to hear thank you. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just say thanks, Dad, for doing well. I mean, you get it now. Pay.
Well, here's a situation. Like, okay, say you coming off the road, or whatever. You might be coming in a day early or whatever. You're like, well, I'm going to go stop, get some pizza, some stuff, and just, surprise everybody. We just have a good time. So as soon as you hit the door, they say, pizza! They just grab the pizza out your head and go and eat. Like,
right.
Hey, what about me?
Yeah, and if you got a good woman, she'll kiss you and say hi, hey, love you, da. But people get so comfortable with you providing for them that
it becomes second nature.
Yeah, and we're all guilty of that. I mean, it's very far and few in between who are sensitive enough to know that I need to, and those are good women.
Good point.
Who are sensitive enough to say, hey, thank you, appreciate you, and really truly mean it.
Fellas, those are the good women.
Yes.
Those are the good ones.
If you got someone that's telling you thank you, appreciate you, and saying thank you.
Let me rub your feet.
Yeah, because Code 3 and I say thank you a lot to each other. And that means a lot. Hey, thank you. Hey, I got that. Thank you. And it's funny how you when you think about your past relationships, you're like, no, I never heard that line.
Yeah.
I never heard that line. I remember one time I went to hilarious. I was in Dubai, and you can get jewelry at a good price.
Hey man,
So I got some earrings, diamond earrings, and I presented them to her, my ex, and she said they were too small, and I was crushed.
Yeah.
I ended up giving them to Peyton.
I thought you said you was gonna keep them.
No, my ears are not pierced, but I was, it was just so, and I never forgot that. And there's a lot of things that.
Yeah.
Just like you just have no appreciation. You were in a 5-bedroom house you just had no appreciation.
The fact that they come from Dubai.
What?
The fact that you got the earrings from Dubai.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if you was in one of those places where, because gold and stuff always changes and everything.
Right.
So you looking at the thing like they looking at it, you like, wait a minute, I'm going to buy it right now. Okay, we'll buy it right now, because it
no, I said and left, came back. Yeah, I bartered. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got some stuff in Korea. But
I'm just saying, to appreciate that you was doing that for her.
Right.
And then you come back and present this, and all that what you fought for was like, shitted on.
Yeah, I truly believe 80-90% of relationships, there's one person who loves the other person more.
Some people like it like that.
Yeah, but it never, and you always feel like it will balance out, but it never does.
No.
Because that person knows, and I used to always say that you love me more and you'll do more for me, and I got you. I don't have to.
Like they have a sleep number, that's a locked-in love number. You
right.
Locked into your love number.
and they just...
Either you're 60-40.
And it's sad because back in the day, that would last.
Yeah.
Our parents' generation, that would last. But that only lasted if the dad took care of what he had to take care of.
Yeah.
He handled his
The women
house.
would sacrifice their careers and what they do for the benefit.
If
he
handled his,
right.
And now, I mean, women just are. There's just an entitlement.
Well, they're the workforce now, so
yeah. And they've earned it. Julie, you're right. They've earned it. They've earned the right to have certain attitudes that they have.
But it shouldn't be at us, because I never shitted on you. I never stopped you from.
No, it's blanket. They have such a, and it's not an individual thing anymore. Young girls, if they have a problem with their dad or the male in their life, they attribute it to all males.
Oh yeah, I'm with you on that.
They have no discernment. They have no individuality. That's one of the sad parts about the millennials, that they don't know how to break things up. They don't know how to see people as individuals. Everything is everybody's a tweet.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's supposed to like. They got this. Oh, it's.
Well, not all of them, but generally speaking.
Most of them.
If they got an iPhone.
But they're trained, and that's the thing. They're now being trained from 11, 12 years up. I mean, so imagine if you started at 11 with this attitude, how it's going to manifest itself by the time you're 18, 25.
But they know
in 10 years.
They know how to who to turn it on to and who to turn it off.
Yeah, if they're trained, if you catch it early and say, no, that's not going to happen, I am the dad. It's kind of like,
that's true.
I'm the dad. I'm going to be the dad in your life, and that's what you're going to see from the time
you're always just dad. But the outside forces turn on different lights for them.
Right, but a lot of times parents now will change and try to adapt where it's the kids who should change and adapt. No, I'm going to be the dad in all areas.
Okay. Right.
I'm going to address it and deal with it from a male father's perspective. I'm not going to look at it as
my friend.
I understand or I see where you're coming. No. That's my job, is to maintain that consistency, to tell you right from wrong. And yeah, it's going to be, I'm going to modify it. Like now, when your kids are older, you change your tone. Where
it's a little bit more compassion.
Right, because, well, what I've learned dealing with Lewis and Peyton is you don't have to say as much.
Okay.
They know you as a parent. So if I'm quiet, Lewis will say he knows something's up. I'm not going to, not going to, get in. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to, I'm just going to say, no. And move. I'm not going to sit here. It's not going to be a discussion.
No banter.
No, we ain't getting all that.
Yeah.
That's for your mama. That you go back and forth with your mama. We ain't going back and forth. Same thing with Peyton and all. And then they'll have to represent their position.
Come anew.
Yeah, and so it makes sense. Otherwise, you can go. The tone. They have a totally different tone with their mom, which you see it all the time with kids and the mothers. And even now, sometimes the dad, as an old school parent, you'll hear kids, you're like, is he talking to his mom like that? Is he talking to his dad? A lot of my players, I check them. I hear a kid say, Mom, take my bag. I'm like, oh, hold up, man. You don't tell your mom to take your bag. Matter of fact, you take it.
Right.
What's wrong with you? Who you talking to? And then I heard a kid say, tell his mom, it wasn't even his mom.
Right.
He was being picked up by somebody else's mom, him and her son and the other kid. And the kid said, well, go ahead and call her right now. And I said, hold up. And I've matured. I didn't embarrass him in front. I just pulled him aside next to her. And I said, hey, listen, man, you can't have that tone and talk to her like that in mixed company. I can't allow you to, to talk to her like, you need to show more respect. Right. And she said, oh, it's okay. I'm used to him. And I wanted to slap her.
Right.
I wanted to slap her and say, are you kidding me? That means that now I got it. You're making the teacher and other people have to deal with him, his attitude, because you're saying you're used to it. And no one's used to it. I wanted to say so bad, but I stopped. You won't let me talk to you that way.
Correct.
If I talk to you that way, you go off. But you're letting a little 11-year-old talk to you that way. No wonder you go off if I just ignore you or say something.
It's a different love, LD.
Right. You just know it's what it showed me was the parent whose kid you were picking up has more power over you.
Correct.
You're inferior to that parent.
And let me say to that point, LD, I see this in the stores now. So little kids say like 3, 4, 5, 6, the parent is at the counter. They're purchasing, the things that they got to get. So the kids are so smart, they sit there and wait for the salesperson to say what the total is and wait for the parent to bring the money out, and then all of those shit they want, they just throw it up there.
Right.
Because I know you go get some change.
Right. Yeah. No,
and I gave my little man, I said, high five, little. I saw you right there a little more. He was like, thank you.
Yeah, they know how to play.
They know. They smarter than the parents.
And they know what they're so privy, which we were not growing up. They're privy
little
to.
Man said thank you.
They're privy to the challenges that are going on in the house. They heard mom and dad argue, and they heard dad say. They'll even repeat it. Dad said, "Don't be spending all that money, mom." And you're like, man.
And that's what makes them the wiser. That's what makes them the wiser, man.
Yeah, until they stuck. And my thing is, parents, you're it's such the problem. If your kid is 7, 8, 9, and they have an iPhone and all that, but they can't tie their shoes, come on, man. Come on.
And that's the thing, they know.
Come on. They can't do basic stuff.
They play in and they say, charge it up. I'm going to go crazy.
Right. You can teach your kids the basic fundamentals of growing up, like learn how to tie their shoes. I'm so sick of kids not being able to tie their shoes.
Technology is king out there.
It's a problem with that.
Technology is king.
323
What?
293-3375 is the number. The name of the show is
In a Man's World. Tighten up your belt.
I'm Lewis Dix.
TDP.
John Lemon is on assignment. He's hustling.
He's in Miami.
No, he's not.
Storm tracker.
I guess that music means we're taking a break.
Can we clear that song?
I will be right back. Hello? Hey, we're back.
Sha-la-la-la-la.
I was reading this thing on, I guess, Eddie. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, guys, welcome back to the, what's the name of the show?
In a man's world. Tighten up your belts.
Right, I'm Lewis Dix.
TDP.
John Lemon is not on time. If you're just joining us, we were talking earlier about, first of all, if you just joined us, where have you been?
Yeah.
It's the first thing we should have asked.
Yeah.
We hope you got it done, whatever you were doing. We appreciate you. We also want to say congratulations to the Rollout getting their stuff back together. They're back on the air.
Up and running. Yeah.
So make sure you check them out. Speedy and who else is over there?
Nikki Pam.
Nikki Pam and
I forgot that.
some other people without
Heaven
talent.
High.
Who?
Heaven High.
Okay.
So,
No, we wish them the best. I hear they got a great studio over there, and keep grinding out and doing what you're doing over there. Speedy is funny,
allegedly.
and get your son some dark skinned friends. That's all I
Is
got.
that what it is?
Well, did you see the post? Brooklyn had a birthday. Happy birthday, Brooklyn.
He's
Happy
13. He's a
belated.
man now.
So Speedy did a post about him and my son and his friends, and only one little dark skinned kid.
Well, that's all you need.
Nah, you gotta have at least two. You gotta have at least two. So come on, Speedy, up your game.
Hilarious.
Get him a because none of them look like they can fight. None of them. None of them look like they challenge.
Like a
Brooklyn
boy
at all.
band?
Yeah, none of them look like they challenge Brooklyn at all. You gotta have one friend that can challenge. So
Brooklyn's a big boy.
yeah, Brooklyn's a big boy, and I heard he's playing well and all of that. So good luck, you guys over there.
Women need to do better.
Yeah, we were talking about women being careful with bringing these men in your home and in your life without vetting them, so you can
What
be
is
safe.
vetting, LD? They don't know what that is.
No, you gotta background check. And there's ways to do that, as we were saying. Talk to the parents. If you're at family events, listen to how people relate to him. Because if your family don't mess with you, then that tells you something.
Right.
And if they give you excuses about how it's not them, it's just all of them. If none of his family really, if it's 6 or 7, 10 people don't mess with him, and he say it's not him, it's him.
Well, he probably stole a TV in '77 and they never
know.
forgave him for it.
I mean, if he catch you talking to somebody that he knows is gonna give the truth, and he intercepts and say, "Let's go," talk to that person. Give that person your number.
You think that's necessary?
Yeah, and basically most of the time, if you have a sincere conversation with the mama, she's gonna be honest.
Okay, but here's the situation, LD. It's new for him. It's new for her. Why are you drudging up this man's past to the new situation?
Because your past,
whatever situation they're going to have together is going to be going forward, not behind.
Yeah,
them.
but if the character of a person, if a person has bad character, it's going to come back. Yeah, you can have incidents in your life where things don't go well or you have hiccups, but if you've been putting your hands on women, eventually he's going to put his hands
that's
on
a
you.
character flaw.
Yeah, I mean that's just
But what if he's a changed man?
No,
We're talking about a changed man. You don't give him that?
I don't. If you've put your hand on more than 2 women,
More than 2.
that's wrong. That wasn't right to say.
You said it.
That wasn't right to say. It sound like
No,
I'm
it's too
saying
late
like
now. Let's
it
go.
sound like I'm saying you can put your hands on
Right.
but that's not. You should never put your hands on
Never.
a woman.
You're absolutely
Straight
right.
up. That's
Yeah.
you're weak.
Coward.
Yeah, you're weak. You can put your hands up to protect yourself. You can grab her so she hits you. Now, if she got a weapon, it's all bets. You got to just protect
It
yourself.
depends, though.
Get out of there.
It
The
depends.
best thing, if you know she's got that temperament, leave.
Sometimes you can't.
That's why you always got to know the exit plan. You always have to have an exit
Here's
plan.
the thing, LD. The cookie dinner, fuck you, all that. But then when you go to sleep, get this nigga's keys. But then I'm going to wake up and we got to talk. How do you avoid that one?
Here's a great thing. People are always subject to falling for this one. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. I go to the bathroom. You out. Some people won't let you go to. They'll let you go to the bathroom.
Right,
That's just one of the things that people, I gotta go to the bathroom, man, because people don't want to see people go to the bathroom on themselves.
Correct.
That's just something that you got to, you really.
That's hygiene.
Yeah, it's just, man, I gotta go, and I think I gotta do number 2.
I'll be a minute.
I'll be a minute. I'll be right back. People, so just keep your hands off each other, both sexes. Keep your hands off each other. How's the chat room?
The chat room. Hang on, let me check.
It's chatty. Chat room is just
Someone mentioned earlier about I forget. Keep talking. I'll find a comment.
So it never happened on The View.
Now, hilarious. Now that's interesting how things are.
Yeah, because Seymour chimed in later, and somebody mentioned that you weren't really talking about her hair. You were talking about her thighs.
Oh.
No, I was talking about her hair.
You just want her creamy thighs.
No.
And so she saw that. She goes, "What? Lewis was talking about my thighs?" And
No, I wasn't talking about her
no, her
thighs.
hair, your hair.
Yeah, I don't go below the waist.
I do.
Why? I don't believe that, Lewis. Every man goes below the waist.
He's not a man.
Even if he's not. Even gay guys look at ass.
Even? What is she saying about you, LT?
I don't know.
Are you embarrassed? No. Call in 323-293.
For what?
3375 and get in on this discussion about, Lou, I have to agree with you. Some
What?
women, even women I know, get into...
Is this a testimony?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Get into relationships for the sake of being in a relationship.
It's a testimony.
It's hard. No, it's hard.
It's hard right now.
But how do you properly vet a man?
You gotta sleep with him first.
Do you give him the questionnaire like the woman you were dating gave you the
I remember
questionnaire?
Yeah, I remember that. Well, first thing, we always say trust your gut. You gotta trust your gut. Your gut will never lie to you, and it's hard because a lot of women will say, and men will say, "I didn't see that. I never noticed that. They hid that from me." No, it's little things that
there is fog early in any relationship. There is fog.
I got you. But there's certain things you can ask about. One, you see how they treat their mom, and their family. You see what kind of attitude they have towards their family. A person's attitude is pretty, if they're negative, then you more or less you can assume that negativity is going to make its way to you.
There's a lot of negative people in the world, so that's not really, you know what I mean? It's not like you come from a family of nuns and he's saying, "Man, fuck her," and all like, "Oh, that's a nun. Why would he say that about?" Some people are fucking negative.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is my thing. You guys, as men, say all the right things in the beginning.
You supposed to. I want the pussy.
Right.
Y'all don't. You say everything but that.
I don't.
So, a lot of women tend to believe what you say. So, are we
And
not
they
supposed to
should.
believe what you say,
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely
or
right.
take it with a grain of salt?
You're absolutely right. You have to be really careful. Okay, here's the thing. First of all, I think you should make people earn it. And meaning that if you connect with a person and y'all get it on right away and all that, that's cool. Okay?
Thank you.
If he's not in the beginning, if he calls you all the time, communicates with you all the time, then you figure, okay, this is a good person that communicates all the time.
Right.
Then something happens where you don't hear from the person.
Mm-hmm.
Now, right away, a lot of women go off on that and all that. Me, I'm just saying, just document it. Just document it. Mm-hmm. That was a week that went by where I didn't hear from him.
Oh, women do that automatically. Guys don't do that.
It's like, okay, let me mark that down. Now, I'm not going to bring it up or anything because he already has a ready-made excuse. Mm-hmm. I'm going to look for patterns, and I think that's so important. Is one of the things you can do is look for patterns, good or bad, and how consistent they are. And if a person all of a sudden the pattern is off, then you just document it. And you're okay, cool. That's something I didn't notice. Now we've been together 2 months, 3 months, and.
But let's just say to the climate right now, this being 2017, that the bottleneck and the squeeze is so on that you really don't have a lot of wiggle room. Like now, just with what's going on in, like you say, with Pennsylvania Avenue, you really don't have a lot of wiggle room. So a lot of guys are just coming clean, like, this is this, this is this, this is that, and the women still don't believe them. So how does a guy fight through that shit? I'm speaking on the guy side.
Yeah, when you give a woman, you're honest about who you are and what you're about,
right?
And the woman still brings. Okay, we can come back to that. Hey, we have a caller.
Hi, Chris from Connecticut.
See,
what up, Chris from Connecticut? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Yourself?
I'm all right. Turn your voice up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a man.
there we go.
What's up? How's the family?
How you doing? Okay, but I'm doing all right.
Oh, because you're down there. He's down there in Florida, right?
Yeah.
So,
yes, I am.
did it hit you?
Tonight it is.
So you guys are prepared for it?
Yes, but on the topic of women, let me talk to the man community right now. So since last Friday, I said it makes sense for us to drive to Connecticut, even though that's 22 hours from. I think it makes sense instead of waiting for the storm to come. And my wife's job, because she's still in the Air Force, she's still active duty, and you have to get orders to leave the state. You just can't leave like that, obviously, or you'll go AWOL. But they gave her evacuation orders today to leave, and I was like, that makes no sense. Like, even if we leave today, we'll still get caught up in the storm. So pretty much right now, I hate to say with her, so my wife, I hate to say I told you so, that we should have left last week instead of waiting. But I'm not blaming her. She did say I was right, so that's all I need to hear.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good woman.
So what do you mean? So Chris, are you saying that she has clearance to leave? So leaving today, like getting the kids ready, gassing up in 22 hours to get to Connecticut, you can't beat the storm?
Nah, because you leave now. I live in Tampa now, so if you leave now, you're getting all that traffic.
Right.
Leaving Georgia, the Carolinas,
got you.
Texas, you get stuck, so you're gonna get caught in the storm regardless. But it's not her fault. It's literally the reason they didn't want the people leaving the base that she's at is because if they would have had them leave, if we would have left last week, that whole base would have lost like millions of dollars because they have to pay those people that are going to be gone for that week, and that's over 4,700 people.
So it's all about people can lose their lives based on some money.
I said that. That's the part. So I'm pretty sure the person who made those orders, they aren't even in this state. There's somebody way at the top it's not about lies, it's about money.
So an economist did that move.
Yes, sir.
So what are you guys going to do? You have a shelter or something?
Yeah, we got shelters and stuff around here. So when she gets off at 5, she's come home. We're just going to drive to Connecticut. We was laughing about it, but she tried to guilt trip me like, so you trying to blame this on me? And I was like, here she goes.
Right.
It's all straight out, but it's really not her fault. But in the same breath, it's like, she did give it to me that I did say that last week. That it makes sense to leave.
So is it a possibility that your house could be affected?
Absolutely, because the storm's literally coming straight across Florida, and Tampa's kind of surrounded by water because it's on the side of Florida. I'm not sure how good you guys are with geography, but it's kind of right on the side. So by the time the storm gets up here, my prediction is that it's going to have a lot more momentum as soon as it gets up here. Fort Lauderdale coming up.
So you have all your personal belongings, personal things that you could take?
I joked around and told her that too, and she said, just in case we leave, make sure all the stuff packed for me and the kids, because me and the kids home today. And I made sure I packed my degree first, my social security card, my passport, just all the stuff that means something to me first, just to be petty. But then I'm packed stuff.
So where did you put your vibrators?
I left him at your mom's house.
Oh,
Good one.
now with the kids, are they aware of what's going on?
Right.
See, that's the funny part. They are, but my son is like, he can't wait to put a boat in the living room and stuff like that. So it's a different mentality for them to him. It's fun, but it's it's. I mean, I don't look at it as obviously it's something bad, but it's you gotta stay positive.
So is the wind blowing now?
Yes, it is. It's funny because it's just it's gonna sound stupid. It's wind blowing, but it's making like it's like a weird. You know it's a storm coming because it's like the wind blows a certain way, but you can feel the wind sucking back the opposite way. If that makes sense.
Right. Sucking back into the storm.
Yes, you could.
Yeah.
I wish you could see it, but you could tell it's a bad storm coming.
Now, what lack of a better word, what tools do you feel you must have with you just to survive?
Well, I just bought like 5 cases of water. I ordered because we have a water machine here in the house. I ordered 7 of those just in case we stayed, and I bought coals myself just in case because I have a garage, so I was gonna open the garage, and I bought slabs of meat that I could cook on the steel thing. Just bringing it back to the caveman.
Right.
But just tools, not. I think I said this before. I don't think there's much you could do to prepare for a storm. I mean, like a flood or anything like that. It's not just food that you could cook fast, and that's pretty much it. Like, honestly, in my opinion, I don't think it's really much you could do.
No.
Wait. Your girl is Air Force, right?
Yes.
So y'all don't have a hookup down at the base to get in the airplane?
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
It's
okay.
called a hop, but my thing was that was never part of my plan. My plan was to just completely avoid. Like 2 weeks ago, I was like saying we should just leave Florida, period, just go to Connecticut. And she was like, "It's not going to be that bad." I'm not trying to blame her, but for the record, she did say that it's not.
Girls.
But even people in general, it's not going to be that bad. And 2 days later, 2 days ago, everybody's saying what I was saying. Like, it's going to be bad. It's going to come through. And I was like, I just said that 2 weeks ago. Don't wait for the white man to say that. I just said that.
Oh, it's official now.
I was like, I joked around with her, and I was saying, you're going to wait for the white man to tell you that. I was just saying that.
Wow. See,
we got to get out of that too.
Yeah, that's
We gotta
that
get out
black
of
man's
that,
voice
too.
is just
That
so.
nigga don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it trickles down even into your home where
Right.
your people don't believe.
I was like, don't wait for them to confirm that. I mean, I've been saying that.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah, Master didn't say it yet.
Right.
Man.
Yes.
Now, but the good thing is that you're prepared to help. You know CPR, you know everything, life saving.
I like to, and I hate to sound sexist, but I feel like men truly, we know how to prepare for stuff, and the head button starts when, we say something, somebody don't hear us, then something happens, and now the argument is about, I did say this before, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah, you do.
It's just, I feel like it's a natural part of a relationship, but sometimes it's just frustrating.
No, I totally.
And I'll say this to that point. It's like women have control in control situations. When it's chaos, we got the control.
We do.
We know how to move.
Yeah, something break out. They look right to you.
Now, Chris, do you have flood insurance? Do you have that?
Yes, I do. I got USAA insurance.
Okay.
Insurance, so I'm not necessarily. It's just, again, I just decided this all could have been avoided. Even having this conversation, we would have left a week ago.
Right.
It'd have been all good.
Yeah. So, any of your friends can't leave?
No, it's funny because it's a ghost town here in Tampa right now. There's not really much people here. Everybody left already. So there's not much people here. It's really, and this is Tampa. This isn't like Fort Lauderdale and stuff like that. But it's pretty much no place that you won't see people down here.
Now, wasn't Chris the one whose brother got played on?
This girl.
Oh my God.
How did that end this up? Are they totally broken up now?
Okay. Do I got time?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I could give you small details on this, but 2 weeks ago, because she's moved on. I don't know what the story is, but it was she hadn't the place that she was staying at, my brother bought the place for her, and she had another guy there, and my brother's kids, my niece and my nephew, was there. I don't know who called him and told him that the kids was there. He went to get the kids. Now, long story short, she called the police, and he got in trouble for home invasion, child endangerment, and he has a licensed weapon, so they charge him with 5 felonies, pretty much.
Who, your brother?
My brother, yep.
Just because he went over there to...
She called the police.
Yeah, and when she got to the station, she made up now, for me, being his brother, that sounds like I'm just making it sound like he was accused of something, but that's actually what happened.
Yeah.
And by the time the court case came, that was this past Monday. That was what's the name of the charge? When somebody lies and makes up like fake.
Oh, false police report.
Yes, she made up a false police report. She said that she had bruises on her neck and stuff and whatnot. But now that he's in the system, they're not going to see it that way. The system's going to play games now, and then since he didn't take a guilty plea because they wanted him to sign off. They wanted the system wanted him to sign off saying that he can't see his kids no more. And the fact that he didn't take the plea, the system's going to play games with him because it's how dare you not take this plea. So, yeah. So long story short, that's the real reason why I wanted to go back to Connecticut, because the fact that happened to him, you know, I don't know if you guys have anybody in your family go to prison or any type of situation like that, but that shit is like somebody dying in your family.
Right.
So he's in prison right now?
Right now, he's in holding, and he has like 15 charges, and he's being charged with 5 felonies.
Right.
And that's all based off of a female lying on him. But the fortunate part is from the get-go, when I told you guys back in November about those dick pics,
Right.
I was the one storing all the information and stuff. Plus, I have 2 sisters who are 10 times better at that than me, and she has a history of doing malicious stuff. But to your point, what you guys are talking about, and this is advice to men, when a woman shows you who you are, you got to be careful because she could jeopardize your freedom.
Yeah, no, true.
Black Widow.
True. I mean, to the point where
Praying mantis.
You have to, as a man, you have to control your emotions.
Yes.
You know, and Code 3 says it all the time. You go from a witness to a victim. I mean,
real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
A witness to a victim.
Yeah.
That. So the fact that he went and got his kids, she didn't want the image to. She didn't want talking about the girl, my brothers, but she didn't want people knowing that she was cheating on him in that image. So she created an image of him being this crazy stalker,
the monster.
What you guys ironically were just talking about. But
is she black?
Yes, she is. She's both. She's black and Hispanic. Not that matters.
Low life.
Well, it does matter.
Just low life. I mean, and she's not even with the guy that she was originally cheating with, right?
No, that's the tip of the iceberg of the story. That whole dick pic thing I was telling you about months ago. That's just one of many. The problem with my brother is he kept going back to her, and it led up to this, and she pretty much screwed his life over. And,
so he went back with her after the dick pic stuff.
Yes, that's one of. That's just one issue.
Right.
That's not. This is.
She must got some bomb, as y'all say.
Yeah, I mean.
Does coochie really make y'all stay longer than
my sister says
put up with more than you would normally put up with, guys?
Lewis?
I mean, yes, but I feel like at this age, even my age, your freedom and your livelihood is more important. You gotta start thinking about yourself. But
yeah, I'm gonna answer that after Chris is done. Hey, Chris, thanks, man. Be careful and get out of there.
Yeah, for real.
And let us know next week. Well, either we'll hear from you or we won't.
Before I go, I just want to
sure.
let John let me know that he's in our prayers.
Oh, that's cold, man. All right, man. Later, Chris. Chris is fun.
Chris from Connecticut now residing in Hurricane, Florida. An Apollo legend.
Yeah, that's, I hear what you're saying. A lot of
That's
people.
That's a real topic right here.
A lot of people say that. Is the stuff so good that it'll make you? I think it has to do more with the individual, the person.
Right.
Yeah, I
I
think you're getting what you feel you need to get from that person. It's something about you. You know, especially if you know something's not good for you.
Right.
You know, what makes a crackhead keep smoking crack? You know,
Chasing that first high.
yeah. You know, so that's a great way to put it. That in that relationship, you're chasing that first high that you got.
Chasing that first night you got it.
Yeah, that feeling, and that makes you stay, makes you keep going back, makes you break up, and makes you give up a really good woman to go back to that one because you're chasing that first high, and you never, very seldom you can rekindle that. That's because the one thing about a relationship is it's important to feel safe, and that's emotionally, physically, and that takes special people in a relationship. For
parties?
both, yeah, both. That you have to feel safe. You know, it's an important word when you love someone. Do I feel safe? Can I depend on this person? Even in my frailty, even knowing who I am, even knowing my shortcomings.
Right.
Will I feel safe in their response to me, admitting that I was wrong? You know, and that was a big thing for me. It was
a big thing for you?
No, in this in the sense of being a loving and caring person, to not take things so personal and understand that if I love this person, I'm going to search for the proper response, which is really love. I mean,
we're talking about the vagina. Is the vagina good enough to go through the drama? My thing was being younger I was always on the fence about that until I heard the late, great Rodney Winfield say, rest in power, bitch, that's your pussy. You can haul Christmas trees at that motherfucker if you want to. I said, yeah, he got a point. You know, it's like, it's fair exchange, no robbery. So why should I think this is so dynamic that I can't do nothing else with my life and I got to kowtow to this hole right here?
No, true.
You know?
True. That and they know the power of it. They know they know. I mean, it's kind of like they say the word P.
Oh, pussy
is undefeated.
Vagina.
Yeah,
it's in the dictionary. Pussy is in the dictionary.
It's undefeated.
It's not undefeated.
Vagina is undefeated.
No, okay. Here's the thing. Like, the power is in the pussy. Okay, she has one, but then this girl right next to you, she got one too. That's why you don't like her, because she got one too.
Right.
But she's not using her power as a sorceress. She's using hers for love and understanding. And you have a problem with that because she's not on your team of using it for a weapon.
Right. Now, some good John can carry you a little ways, too.
Hey, man.
Some good John have made guys really wealthy. I mean, you know, you look at, Richard Lawson and Beyonce's mom.
Really?
he putting it on her. He putting it on her. So, it's just...
Richard
I don't know where that came from.
That was from a movie. I remember that. Lawson, legal.
I don't know what... But you think of the couples
Richard Lawson.
you look at... even Jay-Z and Beyonce. I mean, he's putting it on her. He had to put it on her to where he can do what he wants, and she's still hanging in there.
Well, she's a Texas girl, so she's loyal.
That's good.
But then, being younger, she had her situations too. So, but, when you grow up, this is what you want. You want to galvanize this. But it's like, Miss, it's hard, man. Just like Carmelo Anthony and Lala. She like, they still together. I'm like, man, Carmelo really don't need that girl.
Right.
You know what I mean? He really don't. It's dimes everywhere. People
don't.
Girls don't understand.
And a good example was Robin Thicke and his girl.
Thank you.
It was plenty fine women telling Robin Thicke, hey, man, you ain't got to act that stupid over her.
Man, I'll do whatever you want right now.
Right. 10 times better. And the one he got
and
now...
my girlfriend's is coming.
Right. Yeah, and I'll bring another girl. 2 for 1.
Who look better than me?
Yeah.
They don't get that part.
Yeah, that is...
Guys is under pressure.
Yeah. And... Okay. 323.
That's fucked up. Gave my man 5 felonies.
I know. 293-3375.
What? Anybody else been set up out there?
No, I think the phrase that Code 3 uses is going from a victim to a suspect.
A victim to
suspect.
You know what's funny? I like
what?
Europeans, like when they kill their wives or whatever, they in the national forest or somewhere where reporters go hiking and all up there, and then they had a news conference. Oh, Carol, just come home.
Right.
We missed you. And they're like, we found her. She's alive. Where? I mean, Oh my God, thanks. It be them dudes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
them
Crying,
cats.
yeah.
Some people are cold-blooded. Some cold-blooded people out here.
Man, cold
They
killers.
just, I mean, I'm sure it's emotional when you kill someone out of self-defense, but when you,
Cold calculated and then ride around with the body in the car
man,
and go have dinner.
it's a different kind of person, man. Different kind of person.
Whoa.
Yeah, because some people feel bad if they just yelled at somebody.
Man, I feel bad because I ran a squirrel over a year ago. I still feel it. The squirrel,
really?
The squirrel doubled back on me, LD. I was like,
Oh,
oh.
I know the feeling,
Yeah.
Peter.
I really feel bad about
Now,
that.
see,
Yes.
I'm kind of cold. I wouldn't feel bad if I run over a squirrel.
Oh
I
my
felt
God! I
bad.
ran over a squirrel too, Teeter, and I stopped my car and I went to see if it was still
Excuse me, we about to
alive.
have a girl over here. Wasn't that the worst?
Well, how do you think the squirrel felt when you came back to look at him? Like,
Well,
oh,
the
really?
squirrel wasn't there, so I guess he got up and ran off.
Was it in the hood?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's hood squirrels. If you had hit a valley squirrel from the white
No,
neighborhood,
I seen my man come off the tree. He stopped. You know how they do the little squirrel get down? He was digging. I was like, oh, get it. I said, no! Boop, boop. I
Did
was
you kill it?
Yeah, I didn't look, but I felt him under the tire. Go boop, boop.
In the vehicle you're in now?
Yeah.
Oh,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
it's
he
dead.
did. That's a big car. He did. That's a big car.
He gone.
And I
gone.
was,
He's roadkill.
You squashed his nuts.
And I was really emotional about that, man. I'm like,
Now his kids running around orphan with.
all that LD. I'm like, man, yeah.
And normally squirrels got speed.
He had it, but he doubled back. Or her, I don't.
I could just see the meme for this. Either Chuck or Aaron is going to call
Well,
Teeter
Aaron is on vacation.
Teeter the squirrel whisperer.
Yeah, that's
Because I got good energy around squirrels. Like, I could walk right by them. You know, they eating whatever they look. They be like, nigga, I'm watching you, nigga, but I'm going to eat
now.
this.
They got
Wait,
a poster
somebody-
of you.
JR in the chat room says, "Man, I love squirrels."
Man, I do. They so cute. They just be sitting there gnawing on whatever they look gnawing on, looking around, and the crows be fucking with them. You ever seen? Man.
I'm not a squirrel
JR
guy.
says he has 2 in front of his house that he feeds every day.
Yeah. They sit on their little tail and be gnawing like a
JR
motherfucker.
need to get a life. Did you just say that? JR. Shout out to you, JR. You got
I'm going to make them
kids
some spaghetti tomorrow. Y'all want some garlic bread?
Oh man! Shout out to JR.
Black people will feed you.
Yes, we will. Yeah, I'm not a squirrel. I'm gonna tell you. I do
I'm a
try.
dillo.
I do try to. I'll try to hit a bird because they quick. I just try to see how quick they are.
Really, LD?
Yeah, I'll try to hit
You're
a bird
evil.
when they. I'll see if I can get them. But wow.
You know Peter's going to call.
Yes, because I was about to.
Now, is it pigeons or the crows?
Whoever flies, because they got moves.
You ever seen a crow take down a pigeon?
No.
That's the coldest shit.
Okay, we have a
going.
phone call, but we have a serious call, a question in the chat room.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you gonna do the caller first?
Yeah, we can do that.
Hey, caller.
Yo, what's up? This is Jeremy.
Jeremy.
DMV.
What up, Jay? How you doing, man?
Yo, that's me. That's got the squirrels, man. I love squirrels, bro.
That's why you broke up with your girl.
That's funny.
So you,
Yeah, man.
how
I got a
long?
big old tree.
Go ahead.
I got a big tree in front of my apartment, and so they come down and walk on my patio, look up. I throw some popcorn out there. Squirrels are cool, man.
Yeah, they are.
Have you named them?
No, I ain't named them yet, man.
So
Yet?
How? Yeah.
What
really.
you waiting on, the anniversary?
I'm waiting for them to have some babies because I think they're gonna have some babies this winter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so this is a couple squirrel, male, female.
Yeah,
Now,
I think so.
Okay, because you don't know if they're male or female.
Nah, I haven't picked them up and checked them out yet.
Yeah, they won't let you get that close, huh?
Now, have you?
Because I used to want to be a veterinarian, so
Okay.
I'm all into
Here
animals.
we go.
What's your favorite animal?
Oh, I love dogs, man. Dogs all day.
So did you grow up with roaches that made you want to get into being a vet?
Nah, man, you know, I'm from the South, so we grew up with dogs and cats, and my great-grandmother had a chicken coop.
Damn.
She had a bunch of garden in the yard, so we grew up around animals.
Now, is there any animal that you're scared of?
No, I'm not scared of any animal. And let me give you a word of advice. Animals can smell your fear.
That's true.
So whenever you see one that you may be afraid of, just look directly in the eye, and they'll know what's up. But if you cower, oh, I'm scared, then they're going to come at you.
Okay, so we in the woods, and the bear, 400-pound grizzly bear. I'm supposed to look him right in his eyes?
Look that motherfucker right in his eyes and back up slowly.
Okay, Jeff, we're going to hook up next summer, and we're going to take you out and see if that works.
So don't you rattle pans or something like that? Make loud noises to scare
If the
them
bear
off?
is
Yeah.
hungry, you
Yeah,
just rattle
but
pan.
just carry a gun.
I'm dinner.
Or carry a gun with you.
Yeah, you need the fofo. That's for
Wow,
sure.
that's something. So how's everything, man? How's the family? Everybody good?
Hey, family good, man. I just got back from South Georgia yesterday, man. So we catching a lot of the Florida residents that are evacuating.
Wow.
The highway is packed. Cause I flew out of Jacksonville, so the family good, man. They stocked up on food. They'll probably catch the tail end of the storm.
And you're in Titletown, right?
Yeah, right in Valdosta, which is on the Florida-Georgia state line.
Right.
Now, what kind of food did you pack?
No, my mom and them went and bought a bunch of granola bars and 8 packs of water and stuff that's non-perishable.
Okay.
Wow. So it won't hit you. Will it hit you at all?
No, I'm back up in the DC area now.
Right,
so
right.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you got a different kind of storm.
So where's the young lady that you broke up with? Is she safe? You checked on her yet?
yeah, she's actually from Haiti and she's got family
Oh,
still
shit.
down there and they're cool. So yeah, I checked, make sure her family was all right because I know she still has aunts and uncles down there.
Right. Passe.
So wait a minute, she don't have another man to do that?
Hey man, you know, I don't know. Don't
Voice
care.
got weak.
But
Yeah, it did get weak.
Nah, I didn't get weak.
Why you got to bring that up?
I know what I heard.
we cool like that, man.
All right.
All right, well, good.
Y'all been broke up a month now, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
You think so? You weak in that, boy. You don't know what to do. So
He said he was going to take 2 months off and, he get back out there. So I don't know.
No, I've already stepped back out, so you know.
Well, tell us what's going on. Is she same type of girl, different type of girl?
Different.
Okay.
now, what makes her different? What are some differences?
Well, they're more mature and older in age. And,
Okay.
Okay.
I like dating women that aren't from the United States, so they're both Eritrean. So
Eritreans.
I like Eritrean. I like dating women that have different cultural upbringing.
Why is that?
So, because I've noticed that women who didn't grow up in the United States,
They're not Americanized.
there you go. They're not Americanized. They're not, sold on the bullshit. They're much more family oriented,
Right.
and they have different focuses in life. versus-
Attentive.
So you think
they're
that
very attentive.
they're more appreciative of you being a good man?
Most definitely. And they're more family oriented.
Right.
So they grow up, focusing on family and all that. So it's just a different vibe when you date women who didn't grow up in America.
I feel you on that.
Oh, good for you. That's interesting. Now, what kind of woman you dating now? What is she?
Eritrean.
What is that?
That's on the other side of Africa. That's the little island on
Side of
Side.
Ethiopia.
Yeah.
So she's
Ethiopia's in Africa now. Ethiopia, like a small
who
island in
learned you how to
Switzerland.
smoke?
Yeah.
Now, what does she look like?
Hysterical.
Did she look Ethiopian?
It's like a terrorist
Oh, man,
code.
let me tell you something. They are some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen on
They
this
are.
planet.
What, Ethiopian women?
Yes, all of them. Ethiopians,
No.
Eritreans. Well, not all of them, but the majority of them.
They got them
are
big ass
very
flat
pretty.
screen forehead.
Now, how do they smell?
Like flies.
No, they don't. They smell
I said it.
Smell like a regular woman, man. They don't stink or anything.
Now, because the reason I asked that is
Smell like
because
poverty.
as I get older,
No.
I
I'm going all in. I need some views.
you smell like poverty. Are you? Because I'm becoming
Shout
more,
out to Nat Turner. Remember Nat?
I'm becoming,
Raiders.
I'm becoming more and more sensitive to odor.
Hey, but shout out to Nipsey Hussle because his people from Eritrea.
You've always been sensitive to odor.
I guess
That
I
has
got a
to do
big
with
nose.
food, though.
Huh?
I believe it has to do with what people are eating.
So
That is true.
what do they eat?
Flies.
They're big not necessarily vegetarian, but they are vegetarian heavy cuisine, I believe.
Because
They don't do a lot of fish and heavy meats
A lot of rice.
like we do in this.
we have
rice.
because we have an Ethiopian coach on our staff, and he smells sour all the time.
Sour powers. Like candy.
He just may be dirty, Lou.
I mean, he smells sour all the time, and nobody will tell him.
You will.
I just think, his clothes are always wrinkled. He just smells sour all the
Because
time.
a lot of them are in the spices, though. So a lot of the
Yeah,
spices that you smell. That's what it is.
Coming out of
curry.
here.
Yeah, that curry.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of
smell
curry.
That
Coming
goes
out
through
the
your
pores.
skin. Yes.
Yeah.
That smells sour, curry?
It doesn't smell sour. It just has a
It's strong, pungent.
spicy
Very pungent.
smell to it.
Well, it's
And
like
you got to
he's,
think they probably don't. And I don't want to say this, but they probably don't wear as much deodorant as we do in
Oh,
America.
they don't wear it at all.
because he needs
Well,
some
yeah.
bounce. I was like, put some bounce in your clothes or something.
See, that's a part of being Americanized. You're not even familiar with your own odor.
Yeah, it seems
Right.
like he's unaware of because he'll get close to you.
But in
Like,
their country, that's a man. That's a man.
Yeah, that's how they go.
Yeah. They know you of something.
But don't you think you should adapt if you're an American? I mean,
You're not
For
American.
what?
You're a slave.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at how many of them still go back over to Ethiopia in Eritrea. A lot of them go back and forth, so they don't necessarily want to come over here and
Right.
become
And you know what?
Americanized.
I know a couple of Ethiopians. They're very family oriented.
They are.
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
I
yeah.
really love about them. They're very tight family, knit family, and they're entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
They come
Oh, they
out
do
here
come
and they
with money.
start. They come out here and they start their own businesses. I have a Ethiopian friend. He has a auto mechanic shop, a Ethiopian restaurant.
Yep.
He gives the Ethiopian festivals over on Fairfax once a year.
I crack one over there at Hanson. Going to get a
Nipsey
Hanson
Hussle
cake.
is
Eritrean. His
Yep.
people are Eritrea, from Eritrea.
and they got all kinds of businesses over here on Crenshaw, off Crenshaw.
Yep.
oh, good. Okay.
They are some beautiful women. Philly Gay Shiloh, Lou. That's what you want to tell them.
What's that mean?
I love you in that language.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, well, I'm glad you're doing good, man. Everything's good and you're safe.
Jeremy.
And thanks for calling in. Have a great weekend, especially if you got some spending money.
Man, I'm just gonna chillax, man. My niece and nephew ran me tired. Now, I want to say out there to all the fellas, man, if you got nieces and nephews, be the man in their life, man. It's
for
tough
sure.
out here.
Good call.
I'm
Well,
kinda-
that's perfect. You're absolutely right. So, thank you, Holmes. We'll do that. We'll
Appreciate
try to
that.
find some nieces and nephews.
Jeremy from Georgia, now residing in the DMV. at
Had a good
Apollo
point about
Legend.
if you got nieces and nephews, be the man in their life.
You got to, man. And they'll teach
important.
you something, because I shit, no one, they get on my fucking nerves, but they sure teach. They teach, you know.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be here for a long time. That's what, you know,
And if you take care of them, they'll take care of you.
man.
Yeah.
The information
All right.
is real.
I feel like because I don't have no kids, probably my estate will go to my nieces.
Your
and
estate?
nephews. Yes, my estate.
I got her weed.
Hey, some of them smoke.
right.
Hey, so Lou, we have a question. Someone needs your advice.
Hilarious.
Who was the someone?
Kryptonite 937
Hysterical.
says, "Hey Lewis, I've been with my wife for 23 years. I told her 2 days ago that I wanted a divorce, and today she's been talking about killing herself. How should I handle this, Lewis?"
Give her the gun.
Oh, wow, really?
Oh, you'd ask me. I'm sorry.
That's funny.
23 years, LD, and he told his wife he wants a divorce, and she's contemplating killing herself. How do we handle this?
Well, no, I don't think. If you're a teacher or a coach and someone says that, you got to report it. I think he should take her seriously, and
23 years is a long time.
and if her mom or dad or family members are around, let them know and have them come spend time with her.
We're missing some key components. Does he work and she work, or he work and she's at home?
And you
Stay
know
at
what?
home.
That might be her way of saying that I'm gonna kill you, because she might not just mean herself. So he's got to be aware of After 23 years.
Is she still cooking for him? Are they still in the same house?
After 23 years.
We need some insight on this.
He should really know her.
Correct.
Kryptonite call in.
So he should really know her. And I think he has to really, one, take it seriously. Don't brush it off. Because when someone says it, you gotta hear them.
How many kids involved? Are all the kids out the house?
Yeah. I mean, you got to look at the safety of the house. Because she's not. When someone says they're gonna kill themselves, they usually don't tell you.
So she's reaching out for help.
Yeah, they don't tell you. They just and every time you hear about somebody killing themselves, they say, "Well, they were really happy that day. They were talking."
But that goes back to what we said earlier. LD is like you say, like back in the day, 23s is we'll go. Take you back in the day that women did sacrifice their own lives to be with a man, and if you tell her that, she could have been like, I could have been doing me 23 years ago and not. So is my life gone? Like I don't see myself going out there and starting over again.
Let me say this first of all. He should seek professional help. He should not seek my. I mean, I appreciate
You're a professional.
I appreciate him calling me, but first and foremost, he should seek professional help, and two, he should just make sure somebody's watching her, and he's got to be careful that she's not going to hurt herself or him or the kids.
But she's already said that, so he's not responsible when it happens or where it happens.
No, he's responsible if he loves her. Hello, caller.
Hello, how you doing?
Who is this?
This is Sylvester.
Who?
Sylvester.
Hey, Sylvester, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Where are you calling from, Sylvester?
I'm actually calling from Orlando.
All right, man. How's everything there? You all right?
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
It would be funny. As soon as he said that, it's all good. You hear a wave of water come. I'm sorry. Hey, what's up, Sylvester? What's on your mind?
Nothing. Just calling, checking in.
Hang up on him because he just said nothing's on his mind.
No, well, pass the question to
I'm just
Sylvester.
kidding. Go ahead, Sylvester. No, I'm sorry. What did you say? You said what?
I said I was calling in, checking in, saying hi, sending shots out from Orlando.
Okay.
I don't think the storm is going to be bad here as it's going to be in other places.
Oh, okay. Now you have a family, Sylvester. You a husband?
Yes,
sir. You have a wife, kids?
Yes, sir.
So what do you?
How long have you been married?
I've been married for 9 years.
Nah, you don't qualify for this.
No. How old are your kids?
Just got a 5-year-old.
Good for you. Girl or boy? Sound like you got a girl.
Boy.
Oh, you got a boy. Oh, no, the reason that I said that is because the way you said I got a 5-year-old. It just sounded like it was, okay, you got a boy. Good. Got that boy out of the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, Sylvester, what do you do for a living?
I'm a delivery driver.
Oh, for what company?
I not want to say all that, but one of the majors. I don't want to hear me getting a little mad that they got me out here, even though it is a storm.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that is kind of tough. Yeah, they got you delivering. What they got you delivering? Storm?
Everything. I'm delivering everything.
Oh.
Okay.
From tires to flat screens and everything in between.
Okay, got you.
Oh.
I got you.
Well, first of all, respect to you putting your work in.
Yeah, for sure.
And taking care of your family. That's first and foremost.
Well, thank you.
That's not easy. That's not easy. Getting up every day, grinding, and doing the right thing as a man. That's hard.
Morally living.
Yeah. So good for you. Yeah. And how's your family? Your mom and dad? They're still around?
Well, no, they both passed. My dad passed when I was 9, and I think my mom died on the 10th of February.
Oh, of this year?
Of this year. And
Oh.
it's at the same time.
Code 3, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So.
Yeah, I wanted to call in when you had said that. I had forgot. I didn't get a chance to then, but
So,
yeah.
So you're about 7 months in too of feeling it, huh?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how old was Mom?
She was 68.
And what was her name? Mom what?
Irene.
Mom Irene.
Irene.
Mom Irene. So she got to spend time with the daughter, your grandchild.
Son.
Grandson. I don't know
Hey,
why I
Lord.
keep putting it. I'm sorry. She got to spend time with my fault, man. My brain's just on the girl right now because my daughter's going through it right now. So, wow.
Hey, you remember what they used to tell us? That's what happens when you mess around with them white boys.
That is true, man. I didn't put it on her yet because she's going through it, but I've been trying to whisper to her brother to tell her. Hopefully, she's over that. So how are you doing with missing Mom?
she had a brain tumor, so we kind of expected it. They only gave her like 2 years after she had a surgery. So I think I kind of dealt with it the best out of everybody. I feel like, I mean, I knew it was coming. I'm the oldest son, so I had to take care of everything and be strong for everybody. So, you know, I did. I think the worst thing is like when you have a dream and you speaking with her or that person, whoever, and you know they're gone. So you know it's not real. In your head while you're sleeping. It's like you having a conversation with this person, but you know they're not really there. That when that happened the first time, that got me.
So you don't think that that's possibly your mom is speaking to you? I mean, it could be a dream, but it could be her way of communicating to you on the other side.
We weren't talking about nothing worth that. It just was like it wasn't. It was like I just walked in the door of our old house and she was in her living room like how it normally is. And when I saw her, I just broke down in the dream and as I'm sleeping and was crying because I knew that she was gone. So, but that was many months ago. I mean, I think that was that grieving time. And since then, I've been mostly fine. I mean, after preparing for the funeral. Or the home going, I mean, I learned more about her than I ever kind of really knew. You know, about her life. I had to find pictures, and I didn't know, like, how her friends was and what
Did you grow up with her?
Oh, yeah.
No, I think that's interesting. It's a lot of things that I was been told that you find out about your parents going through their stuff, and because, you know, you just don't have enough time to share everything because you're dealing with the immediate. Like, you went through her stuff, and you just, I'm sure that was it just you and your brothers and sisters that went through it?
Me and my brother and my wife.
Yeah. Wow, I know it brought a lot of some smiles, some tears, but that had to be really deep.
Yeah, it was.
Now,
we found her journal, and that was like, woo.
Now, you mean her journal? So she kept a journal?
Yeah.
Wow. So was it surprising to hear some of the things or read some of the things that she wrote about you?
It really no. She expressed to me how she felt about me. According to her, I was a great son, and I did, you know.
We need to read the journal.
What were some of the things in the journal that did surprise you?
The way that she spoke about God. That was like, she always would say, she got us baptized when she was little, but the love that she had for God, because that's mostly, I would say 80% of the journal was about her feeling towards God, like, thank you, Lord, for waking me up this morning, thank you for keeping me safe, and, you know, just that sort of stuff. It was just like, thank you, Lord, for letting me find my money that I lost. You know, I mean, you know, that type of stuff. Like, it was deep, and it was like, man, okay, well, I know she went to heaven. I know she did the way she communicated with the Lord. So
she definitely had a personal relationship with God.
Yes.
Now, did you keep the journal?
Yes.
And have you read it since?
No. Honestly.
No. Now, that's interesting. So that taught you a lot about. Now, so your mom evidently went to church a lot.
Oh yeah.
Lewis, you killing me.
What?
Because I'm trying not to go there, and you killing me.
What? No, I mean,
so many bad jokes I could be saying right now.
No, hit him with it. He can laugh with it. You know, Mom Irene is.
I'm trying to be respectful.
Mom Irene is probably sending you those jokes to hit him with.
She is, but I'm trying to be respectful.
No, don't be respectful.
You know what?
Why start now?
Go. As your boy would say, go deeper.
Shout out to Zoe Williams.
Oh, okay. Is that Zoe? Oh, because I was about to say you got a boy.
Did you find any of your mom's old weed, anything like that?
No, I think she used it all.
Okay. Did you read anything that was shocking to you?
No, like I said, just her relationship with God. The way, I mean, like she.
Well, no dudes in there. No dudes in there.
No, I didn't like none of them dudes. No, there wasn't no dudes in there.
Your mom didn't
She
sleep
ain't
with
right
Barry
about
White?
Somebody said she effed with Leofus in 1969.
Oh, that's a church reference?
No, he's saying about a secret affair she had in
Right.
1969. Somebody was joking in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Tell me it wasn't funny.
She didn't sleep with King?
I didn't find that journal.
Okay.
This was the latest.
Now, so I'm glad you're doing better. I'm sure the anniversary. When's her birthday?
November
Oh, November what?
22nd.
22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she was a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a Scorpio. So you have any plans to celebrate or any way to remember her come November? Because that's coming up.
I haven't made any plans. Me and my brother I probably called my brother and me and him talking. Pretty much.
Now, how did you do at the funeral? How did you make it through?
Jesus, Lewis.
What did you wear?
I had a suit I had a cold suit. I was looking pretty spiffy, if I would say so myself.
What color was it?
I named my suit. It was black.
Okay.
I named my suit John Wick. It just wasn't bulletproof.
Okay, so he named his suit.
Yeah.
You know, one of the reasons I'm asking these questions is because
You're getting on my nerves.
I
one of
promise
the
it's
reasons.
just that I don't think.
Well, TDP, I'm trying to make you laugh, but I'm failing hard. I'm failing.
Yeah.
I'm trying hard.
May the hurricane hit you.
No, I feel.
Been around the world.
Girl, you know
I like his spirit. I
don't.
I like his spirit.
I hope I'm.
You didn't like me last time,
I hope I'm
baby.
as strong
It's
as
all
you
right.
are.
I didn't like you last time.
No, TDP didn't. He didn't like me last time I
No,
called.
Sylvester, I did. I like you.
No, I think you're a strong young man.
How
Sylvester.
strong, Louis? Look at him pick up them boxes.
He bends his legs.
Pick me up. The hurricane coming. Get me.
No, what's your son's name?
Sylvester.
Oh, okay, so you got a junior.
Yes, sir.
Good for you. Good for you.
And the last time I called you, I laughed at my name, and then I realized or found out about the Sylvester deal in the 80s. I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of mad at my mama for that.
Yeah, Sylvester is, and
You
your
didn't
voice
know
is
that?
high. Your voice is high.
I never knew that.
Oh, it's in the journal. You don't know how to read.
Page 58. Well, I'm glad you called, and I'm glad you're
in
doing
great
better.
spirits.
Yeah, and shout out. Be careful out there, and keep loving Junior and Wifey.
Always,
and please
always.
call back again, Sylvester. Much respect
All right.
to you.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
All right,
Sylvester in Orlando, an Apollo legend.
Sylvester.
Because he got you with a good joke on the end of the call last time.
Yeah, he did. I remember
Got
that.
you.
Yeah, he's. You're really good at remembering the callers.
Hey, man. I use my brain, homie.
I don't. It's obvious I'm not really that into him. I can't remember.
You're so vain.
No,
You know
no.
everything about Seymour, though.
Yeah, good point.
See what a woman would do when you're in a relationship.
I know. Just try to. Yeah.
Drive a
I'm
wedge.
telling
Better
you.
be glad Code 3's out in the field right now.
No,
Shit.
Code 3 is cool.
Squirrel 1 and Squirrel 2. I'll be off the radar for a second.
You said Squirrel 1, Squirrel 2.
Squirrel 1 and Squirrel 2. I'm so hurt I ran over there. Squirrels.
It's gonna be a bunch of squirrels outside waiting for you.
You motherfucker!
We listen to Morris Media. What's up with that?
Yeah, that hurt my heart.
That's funny. They got headphones on. She's poet is so funny. She just put up a sign 10. And we got 10. I'm Lewis Dix.
TDP.
323
For what?
293-3375. We appreciate
I don't.
no, I got an appreciation for Sylvester because 9 years is
Time to
tough.
play our game.
You know, it's hilarious. Tough. And the
How long
5-year-old
were you married?
16.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
Now, how you really say it though? 200 and
312 months. That's what I say. But that's in my that says 25. You know.
Yeah.
But
Were you suicidal?
Was I suicidal?
when you got a divorce?
Jeez.
No, I wasn't.
You were depressed though.
I was never suicidal. I was never because I love my kids
wish
too
you
much.
were.
No,
Which you were. Damn,
I was just devastated.
I'm gonna kill myself. Well, go ahead.
I was just
Somebody
hurt.
said his friend in the chat room said he was going to kill himself, and he gave him a plastic bag. That's the worst way to die.
Yeah, no, I just
Fixation.
I just like most people, you felt that it was unfair because you felt you had put the work in and what the other person did.
Is it the shock of it all?
Yeah, just the fact that you know that you were on the up and up, and you were doing everything right, and then
You sure?
no, not everything right.
Okay.
I'm sure it was a lot of things I could have done.
People
better.
need to know these things.
A lot of things I could have done better, but it's just the shock. It's tough. It's just tough. Yeah, call her.
Happy Friday.
Is that Seymour?
I'm gonna stay out of
Look at
this
his
one.
face
I'm gonna
light
stay
up.
out of this. His lip quiver right there.
Wait a minute. I wanted to say,
Damn, what's going on with your phone?
Yeah, what's up? Where are you?
Hold on.
Yeah, turn your thighs down.
No, I wanted to say that I have a squirrel that comes on my balcony that I
Oh,
actually
here we
feed.
go.
You actually what?
I feed the squirrel that comes on my balcony.
Just one?
What do you people feed the squirrels?
Brazil nuts, walnuts,
Oh, I would love to feed you some nuts.
and that's a nickname for the squirrel, Nutty.
Oh, these are too easy.
That's
But I
funny.
just wanted to call in to say hi, happy Friday.
Yeah.
To Lewis?
No, how you doing,
Everybody.
Seymour? How are you?
Sure.
I'm doing great. And Peter,
Yes, ma'am.
are you doing Hip Hop Ass by Sean T? Because you're getting slim. What are you doing?
Well, I'm just eating the right foods. That's all.
See, Seymour likes you. She's always
She
talking
don't
about
want none
you.
of these nuts. I ain't no squirrel. I'm coming in the house.
Oh, man. So are you on the John Lemon diet?
Well, I don't believe in diets. You just gotta. It's in moderation.
Okay.
Mm.
All righty.
And what was going on with your? Were you getting your hair done at the time, or
Yeah, what's
did you,
going on with that?
Did you just was taking a picture? What made you go to that?
I had a Harvey do. My hair was a hot mess. And I was just so glad to get to the salon, get my little hair done. So we just took a little picture and posted it. So there's nothing to it.
Okay, because it was like a side picture, right?
Yeah.
What kind of hairstyle was it? It was like wavy
It
or
is
something.
so cute.
Is it?
Thank you.
I haven't seen it.
It's a fall hawk, actually. It's like a mohawk. And I like my stylist because I'm really country and plain Jane, and she kind of funks me up a little bit. So I'll be there tomorrow because I have a game Sunday. The Texans are playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I'll work that game.
Oh, right.
So I'll be back at the salon tomorrow getting a fresh new do.
Now you were at
So
some other
loose.
event that you did some. Were you working out or something? What was another thing I saw?
You probably saw me with that. I hate the big rope. It is so petty. At the gym.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's Seymour the question.
What?
How does she vex a man? How do you?
Oh, how do you? We were talking earlier about vetting women who are allowing men to move in and come into their lives who they don't really know,
No background check.
and they end up getting hurt or getting killed. And what do you look for? And what are some of your signs?
What I have learned to do is pay attention to my intuition. And I have
got a
just
big
set
ass.
boundaries. I have boundaries as well. Like, you're not coming to my house, and I just met you. I don't want to go to your house. So I just have little boundaries for myself. I think I posted a story on the Morris Media page about a professor that was killed by her boyfriend. So that's what I kind of go with. I pay attention to the conversation because I think sometimes the signs are sometimes there, and for whatever reason, women ignore them.
Mm-hmm.
So I go with my intuition.
Why do you think they?
Yeah. What are some of the reasons you think women ignore them?
Well, being lonely, just wanting a man, being desperate, I think it sets you up to be very vulnerable.
Yeah, I was watching that When Love Kills with what's his name? Lance. Is it Lance Gross?
Lance Rose and Little Mama.
and Little Mama. And it's a true story about this pimp in Atlanta that had a couple of his girls kill and rob people, and now they're in prison
And he's
doing
not.
triple life, and he even get charged with anything.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance
To me, it's the
see
same
it.
thing as Charles Manson. I mean, he's in jail for influencing women to kill.
Right. I didn't get a chance to see that. I want to check it out. But, yeah, I heard that she was in prison. She's also HIV positive.
Yeah, I saw that.
I said I wanted to check it out. But, yeah, I think that's what it is, Lewis. I think, being lonely, just really, having a fear of being by yourself. And they just kind of gravitate to these men. And, unfortunately, many of them lose their life. Because I had my sister, the guy that killed her, she dated for 15 months.
Wow.
And
So-
did you notice any signs or did try to warn her or anything?
You know what? There was an incident a month after she met him. And I'm the youngest. I'm quote-unquote baby girl. So she told me that he dented the hood of her car. And I remember when she told me, I said, if he'll hit your car, he'll hit you. And I later learned after she was killed from my mom that he actually did jump on her that same day. A month after she met him. So I didn't understand, well, why did she, continue to date him,
Yeah.
And my mom said she never liked him. Mama said she said she told my sister, if anything ever happens to you, I'm going to know that he did it.
Now, you have any brothers?
I have, I had a brother that was killed back in March.
All
But that was on my
right.
dad's side, so I didn't grow up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there was a time back in the day where if the dude did something to your sister, the brothers or uncles
Right.
stepped right to him.
Right.
But
And-
nowadays, because my brother has a grown daughter that fights with her boyfriend, he stepped in once and she went back to him.
That's
and
it.
he's just like, he doesn't want to jeopardize his freedom and go to jail
Right.
behind, every time she gets in
The
a fight with her
revolving door.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so frustrating because, you really can fall out with your loved ones behind that. And I think they don't realize how dangerous it could be. And it is a very complex situation, unfortunately.
Wow. So, long as you're safe,
Right.
even though you're sitting up there lonely.
Oh, no,
Damn,
I'm
Lewis.
not lonely.
I'm sorry. You don't put that. She jumped right back on
I'm
that.
not lonely.
So, are you dating? Are you dating?
No, I'm not dating, but I'm not lonely.
Now, how does that? Okay, explain that to us.
I enjoy my
She has a
life, and I
life.
love myself. You know what I'm saying? My value is not attached to a guy. You know
Thank
what I'm
you.
saying? And I believe in love. I'm open to love, but I don't want it if it's not real. And that's just my prayer for the last 5 or 6 years with everything. God, if it's not you, I don't want it. And I don't believe that God will bring some man in my life that's gonna hurt me,
Right.
beat me, and stuff like that. So. And it's scary, and I think that's what kind of have my guard up as well, because I realized to lose a sister, how real it is. There are men and women that will literally take your life, that have professed from their mouths to love you.
Right.
It's real, so I don't play. I listen to everything. If you try to talk me, tear me down, I pay attention to all of that.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And I'm out. I have a great following, not in basketball, but in life. My following is impeccable.
That girl, boy, she good for
Hysterical.
you. Yeah, see, y'all wonder why I love me some Seymour. She be on top of
I
it.
see it now, LD. I'm on board with you now.
She's just somebody just like
It's the energy as well.
that energy
It's
and
real.
just so positive and just she puts her work in and she's always good for her. That man is
Yeah,
on
I'm
his way.
trying.
He's on his way.
Well, he can come on if he want to, but if he's not, I'm still okay.
Now, when was the last time you were just on a date with a guy? When was the last time that happened?
Oh, that's a great question. Maybe almost 2 years ago.
So was it like a dinner date or a movie date or a meet at the park?
Just kind of hanging out. Someone that I've been knowing for years and years, and just kind of got together when I was in Dallas and just hung out.
Okay. Now, what did you hear? What did you hear in that date that turned you off with that guy? What was said or what moves were made for you to not?
I think with him, I like him, but I'm a believer. I don't, go to church every Sunday, but I don't believe he's an atheist.
Okay.
And so I don't think that would mesh.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I don't need a person who's trying to go to church every Sunday, but I don't think that I could make it with an atheist. Like, he doesn't believe at all.
Okay.
Wow.
But, sense of humor and stuff like that. And what's so funny, though, guys, I'm going to let you go, is for him to be an atheist, his word, what he say he's going to do, he keeps his word better than any man that I've ever seen that goes to church every Sunday. It's ridiculous. If he says he's going to do something, he does it.
Yeah. Oh, good for him. Good for you knowing what you want.
Right.
Hey, have a great weekend, Seymour.
Thank
and
you.
be
You
careful
too.
out there. And all right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Happy Friday.
Well,
Bye-bye.
let me just say this, Seymour. I would never
Okay.
hurt you. I would never hurt you, but I will kill that pussy.
Wow.
Wow.
We're gonna pray for you, Teeter.
Wow.
We're gonna pray for you.
Wow, that was.
You know what, Teeter? You need some children. You're 6'3", right?
No.
Yes, you are.
Wow.
Hey.
Who's looking at
You
who?
said it. You said it on the rollout show that you were 6'3". Was that a lie? You're not
6'3" and cocky. Take your bitch if she jock me. Yeah, I said it.
But you're not 6'3".
Yeah, baby.
Oh, okay.
Do the math.
You need a TD Junior.
For what?
Junior.
I'll be down there.
See, you got to stop
No, you
saying
won't.
it's me.
I'm gonna put on my squirrel uniform.
It's TDP.
We're gonna get these nuts.
Squirrel. I just got that.
Have a great Friday and be safe.
All right, bye-bye.
Seymour, an Apollo legend.
See, Seymour, that people, her and I have a platonic relationship. She likes you.
I like gin and tonic too.
She
LD.
knows how tall you are and 6.
She want it.
Sound like you jealous.
No.
Oh, thank you, poetess. You all tall and shit.
Lewis, how tall are you? 5'9"?
With my heels on.
That's hilarious. Hey, listen. As always, we thank y'all for listening. John Lemon,
It's on assignment.
we'll see if he'll be back next week. Keep doing your thing. If you
For
might,
sure.
you might see him running on the stage in
Jazzy.
Hollywood Square. Or what's it called? What's the name of the show?
Hip hop.
Hip Hop Squares.
Squares.
Shout out to my baby girl who's feeling better
The feminist.
from a breakup.
Mm-hmm.
And
You didn't give her the speech when she was little, LD?
yeah, man, gave it to him. You
I
can
don't
give
think
it to
you
him.
did. If he
Well,
can't use
breaking
our
up
comb,
is-
don't bring him home. You didn't give her that one?
Yeah, until somebody stole the joke. Won't be happy birthday to Lou coming up.
Young Low. Low.
How old is
Young
he
Low.
turning?
Lou will be 25 years old
Wow.
on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. So hopefully he'll be careful in Cabo and have a good time. And
Tell him to check the weather, man.
That's part of being a parent to an adult. You just
Check the
because
weather.
I say, hey man, I just don't think you should go. But it's when kids got a job and they paying their own way. It's that's what they do, and hopefully he'll use his street smarts to see what's coming and get out of the way
Right.
if it's not good for him.
Oh, and by the way, I did see the picture of you and your mom for her birthday. It was a beautiful
Yes,
picture. Your mom's
yeah,
beautiful.
my mom had a 75th birthday.
What?
September 5th, and I love her. She's great.
Is she out here, Lewis?
No, she's in Virginia.
Was that an old picture?
Yeah, that was at my sister's wedding.
Oh, okay.
That was at my sister's wedding, which we're surprised is still lasting.
Wow. That was fresh and new.
I'm just kidding.
It's our third one, right?
This is the fourth. No, third one. Special piece to your heart this Sunday for Code 3. That'll be a mom's birthday, Mama Mabel, and I hope you're gonna get through it because you're strong, and I'll be right there.
I hope so.
Yeah, she's a strong girl.
Take your B12, boy.
No, times like that, all you got to do is just hold them.
No, take that B12. Because she going to want to hold something, too.
You're so stupid. Appreciate y'all listening, man. Talk to y'all. We're out. See y'all next week.